Sorry guys if you didn't get your chance to get your sweepstakes in, but that's what the time before 12 o'clock is for. It's for the people who come early and the people who are a little bit more prepared. Unfortunately, I understand that some of you are on the East Coast or farther away, so it's maybe late at night, it may be earlier in the morning. However, I am happy to see you all, and I thank you very much for joining us. My name is Marcy Jones, and this is the Affiliate Funnel Seminar. Today we're going to be talking about viral mail profits. For those of you who are not familiar with viral mail profits, you can find this particular resource in your back office area in the tools section. What viral mail profits is a simple way for you to keep track of the multiple safe lists that you use and to keep track of what works best. And don't worry, I'm not going to do this all by the power of my voice. I've got some stuff here for you today. All right, just to get you familiar, let me show you a few quick screenshots. Now, everybody knows that every resource has a navigation bar. So this is the main navigation bar that you're going to find when you log into any of the pages in Viral Mail Profits. You got the home page, you got the earnings page, you got the promote page where you'll find all the promotional tools that are available to you. You have the upgrade page, you have your ads page. The ads page is for paid members, premium members, so that they can promote their sites in Viral Mail Profits. The downline builder section has additional tools and resources that you can join and then add your affiliate IDs to so that you have another way to virally build your referrals without individually promoting those particular resources. You have the mailers button, which will show you the screenshot of all the mailers that you have set up. There's the templates button, and this is the templates page where you set up your subject templates, you set up your email body templates, and you can see how you can mix and match them. The next button you're going to see is the send page. That's the second part of creating an email through Viral Mail Profits to send out and keep track of. The history is where you're going to look and see what your emails have been doing, which safe lists have the most responsive traffic, or which subject lines were more effective for you. And your profile is where you would enter and update all your personal information. Zoom this in. I don't know if this is zooming in for the rest of you, but I just zoomed this up. Now, this is the main page that you'll see when you look at your mailers. Now, let me pull up my little pen here. Over here, this tells you you can mail now. And if you send out and click on this little button over here, you can create one email and send it out, and you're done. If you use the little edit, only show mailers that are ready to mail now. Well, all my mailers are ready to mail at this time, so I got you though. There is a display up here. Hold on. Bleep, right there, where it will display only the mailers that are ready to mail now, so you don't have to look down a long list. There's only 53 in here, but some people have 100, some people have 150, some people go over and above, some people have less. So no matter how many safe lists you're using, this particular button, you can tick it so that it'll only show you the ones that are ready to mail now. But this is your general overview. Now, one of the other things that I want to point out on this page is you have a click-through rating. So you can see what the click-through rating for each one of those particular safe lists is. Now, the only thing I don't particularly like about that is I can't sort it so that I have the highest click-through rating for the mailers overall. However, I get around that just by copying, pasting it, and putting it into a spreadsheet and sorting it the way I want to. Clear that. All right. So how do we set up the mailers in this? How do we make it so that we can use this? All right, so there are a list of, wow, there's a list of safe lists already there, and they also include the downline builder feature. So any of the safe lists that you pull and fill in from the pull down menu that has a name, such as AdCheaver, Advertise Free for Life, like this one in the screenshot, you'll notice that it has the username where you put that in, and you got your password, but these are optional. But if you put in your affiliate ID over here, anybody that joins from that link will be presented with your affiliate ID. So as long as you've chosen a safe list that's already listed, do you have Instant List Empire? Ben, you can't really put up links in the room, just for a little bit of knowledge for you. However, Instant List Empire, I don't think it's in there. I'd have to look at it, but I'm not trying to interrupt the whole seminar just to look. Now, with the name macro, what is a macro? The macro is the one, it's like a symbol, a token that replaces whatever's in there with the first name, full name, username, whatever the tag is. Like this particular tag is the first name. So if I want to use the correct macro, I have to go into the safe list that I'm setting up. So if I'm setting up Elite Safe List in this, then I'm going to open up Elite Safe List, and I'm going to find out what the macro token is for first name so that I can personalize the emails that I'm going to create in the future using ViralMailProfits without having to go in and put that back in every time I make a new email. Once you fill out this information, it saves you time further back, because now all the personalization is in there. You don't have to worry about it. Well, that's the next part. So don't worry about if your safe list that you're using isn't in there. I haven't gotten to that part yet, so we're not skipping it. It just hasn't got there. I'm showing exactly what's on here so you know what it is. Now the next one, you have the enable in the subject. You can click that if the safe list allows you to personalize your subject line, whether it allows you to enable it in the body, and whether or not that particular safe list allows HTML, because not every safe list allows HTML, or maybe you're a free member of some and only upgraded members can use HTML. So by knowing and filling all this out in the first place, you can also enter in the amount of whole days that you can send out. So if it's once every 3 days, you can put in 3 days, or you can put in 72 hours. It's the same difference, but it will count down and maintain from the time you send out your email and let you know when it's time for you to mail again. You can set up to send you a reminder to email. You can write a little short note to yourself, and then down at the bottom it has the login link for you to be able to just click in and send your email when you first set it up. If, on the other hand, you're working with a safe list that's not on the list, there are user-defined areas where you can put in the name of the safe list right here, and then your username, the password. Now you can't fill in the affiliate ID on the user-defined ones, mainly because there's no place for you to put in the affiliate URL to hook it to your ID. So it is only one of the downsides that I found with this, but you can keep track of the safe lists that you're using that aren't on the list. Again, the name macro, you can choose whether to enable it in the subject, whether to enable it in the body. Seems like you can only use hours if it is less than, yes, there are some, if they give you, if they have an odd specification like 2.5 days or 12 hours or something to that effect, It'll tell you though. So if they list your mailing time in terms of hours, then just put it in hours. That's the great thing with having the availability to enter it in whole days or in hours. Whatever's the easiest for you, you can set it up. And same thing as the other one. Now this is the templates page. All right, so now we've gone through and we've either joined the safe list that we wanted to join, or we added all the safe lists that we're currently using, and now we want to start using ViralMailProfits to start keeping track of our emails. So the next place that you're going to come over to is the templates page. Now, there are some pre-written templates available, and they're for the KRM site. So if you're a little bit low on creativity or you need a little bit more inspiration, they're there for you to use, but also to expand or improve on. However, this is what the templates page looks like. You have the ability to filter your subject lines however you want them, whether it's by the creation date or by the category. Now there's two different things that are very important here. You have categories and you have subject lines. Now the category is basically the grouping that you're going to put your subject lines in. So say for example, I'm doing a campaign to mail for Traffic Splash. Then my category is going to be Traffic Splash. And there's a little pop-up box and you just put Traffic Splash and save. Now, the new subject is a little bit different. The new subject gives you this particular box. So you put in the subject line over here, and then the category that you defined earlier, you want to choose it from the category. Now, if you put default, it means it has no category, so you can individually pick it out, but if you're trying to save yourself time and you know that you're going to be creating multiple emails for a certain site or a certain resource, naming the category for that site or resource gives you a little bit more time-saving ability to designate, okay, I want this category. So then it will only show you the subject lines and the email bodies for that particular category instead of going through multiple ones. Like as you can see, I have a lot of email bodies here. If I was to go through them all one at a time just to figure out which one I wanted, it would take me more time than it's actually saving me. However, if I break them up like I have into categories, like I have a delivery traffic category, I have Empower, you know, there's all these different categories that I can just choose from. Now, I've made my subject line. Now I want to write my email. So create a new email. And this is the pop-up window that I'm going to see. I've got my short name up here. So the short name is basically what you're going to use to remember which email this is. So if I have two different email campaigns that I'm running for the same resource, say one of them is a hard sell and one of them is a soft sell, I can say Empower Hard Sell for my short name. And if I want to give myself a little short description of it, I can go ahead and fill it in. Now under that is the link. This is where you're going to insert the link that is going to be clicked when people click through to follow and see your email or after they read your email. If you use Viral Pro, you can add _ VVP _ and it will tell you exactly which safe list the actions and clicks are coming from. It gives you a little bit more of an or defined look at what your traffic is doing and the tracking that's available. But if you're not using the tracker, well, get one. But that's where you want to put your link for what you're promoting and make sure that you have some type of, well, cloaker going on just to make sure that your affiliate ID is safe, because a lot of times what can happen is by accident people will refresh or they'll go back to a main homepage and it no longer has an affiliate ID. So you can wind up losing some referrals that way. So if you use a tracker or a cloaker, it keeps your affiliate ID intact. But with the tracking system, there's kind of a built-in tracking system in ViralMailProfits. So if you're not using a tracker and you kind of want to see how it works out, well, you're more than welcome to use a generic link, and this will actually cloak the link for you so it can track it. I do recommend, though, that you have some sort of tracker system that you're using so that you can see what resources are working for you, because there's not just safe lists out there. There's traffic exchanges, there's classified ads, there's pay-per-click ads, there's pay-per-view ads. What is Vital Viral Pro? I use Vital Viral Pro for my tracking. It is found in your affiliate funnel back office area under the tools section, and it allows you to brand any page with your face and name on it, and it will also keep track of hits and clicks and signups and subscribers to the pages that you are promoting. That is a totally different seminar, though. But Vital Viral Pro is a tracker. It's a whole bunch of other things too, but if you want to look it over, you can find the link in your affiliate funnel back office area. Now, just a quick little point out here. You see this green area over here to the side? If you are trying to make things very pleasant for your readers, one of the things that I will tell you is keep your emails condensed and break it up so that it's not all block and black. Make sure that it's easy to read and easy on the eyes, because the less distance your eye has to travel across your screen, the more comfortable your reader is going to be. So when you're setting up an HTML email or just a regular text email, keep your text in this area so that it stays neat and tidy. But that's why there's green highlighted on the side, so that you don't run over, so you keep your stuff a little bit more condensed and easier on the eyes for your reader. Here you can see category. You can choose which category you want this particular email to go into. So like I said, if I was doing traffic splash, I'd pick my traffic splash one. And now I want to save it. If I created a new email straight from the button and got my pop-up ad, then I'm going to update it because it's already there. I just need to save it. Now, if it's something that you're going in and you're changing, maybe say you want to tweak a couple different words, but you don't want to get rid of the email that you have, you can go ahead and make changes to a template you already have, and then you can save as a new template and just name it something else, so that way you don't lose all the work. All right, so now we have the subject line template set up. We have the email body template set up. So now it's time to make an email and send out an email. So you can choose a single mailer or you can choose multiple mailers. For convenience sake, because I'm usually I promote one thing when I send out my emails so that I can get the most traffic as possible for each one of my sendings to the particular promotion I'm sending out. But if you're spotted where you have a couple where you're actually mailing every day, but it's only 5 or 6 every day because of the way you've spread it out and staggered it, that's fine too. You can choose which mailers you want to set up this email for up here. And then, like it says, you can hold control to select multiple ones. And you come down and the templates. Now, when it says show the templates from, it's really asking you which category do you want us to show you these templates from. Remember I said if you really want to save yourself time, define your categories and keep your subject lines in your emails there so you can save yourself time. So now I wanted to create my traffic splash email that I just finished. So I would scroll down and select Traffic Splash. And I'd come down and choose my subject line. And then I'd choose my email. And now the default link shortener is bit.ly. You can choose not to use it. However, you won't be able to really track your progress if you're not using it. That's the built-in tracker that's in ViralMailProfits. Sorry, I got to move my little thingy so I can see the bottom. And down here where it says show your viral ad bar. Now what the viral bar is it's a promotion for ViralMailProfits. So it's a way for you to get additional referrals into ViralMailProfits without directly promoting ViralMailProfits. So like I said, I could be setting up my Traffic Splash email, and when they land on that page, it'll have my main promotional page, but it'll have the ViralMailProfits viral ad across the top. So if people want to see, oh yeah, what's that about? Because I'm already a member of that, but I want to see what that's about. Well, now I have the opportunity to get a little bit of viral advertising and help ViralMailProfits build itself without directly promoting it. So that's how I make my email. Now that's the first part of creating an email to send out through ViralMailProfits, creating the email. Now once you've created the email, it's going to take you over to the outbox, which is found in the send part of the menu, navigation menu. And there's a couple different things. You choose the category every time that you create a new email, yes. You designate what category each one of the emails goes into, which one of the categories the subject lines go into. Once you establish a pattern with it, it's all very repetitive, and it kind of gets ingrained into your brain. So when I first got started out, I just made a traffic exchange category, and I found that because it was such a general category, I was spending more time trying to get the specific subject lines I was looking for. So then I broke it up into more specific categories so that I could spend less time searching for exactly what I wanted than I was before. But yes, you don't have to select the category. If you want any, then you can use a subject line for something else and an email body that you've marked for something else. You can mix and match your subject lines. There's no limit to what you can do with this particular creation system. So if you want to test something out, it's within your scope of doing it. It's not unheard of. Yeah, the categories are more time-saving convenience for you, just a way of grouping things so you can get to it more easily and efficiently. Back to the outbox. Now, well, then I have a question for you real quick, Jennifer. How long does it take you to find the subject line that you want to use, and how long does it typically take you to find the email body that you want to use? Like, do you think it takes you longer than a minute? Well, I guess it depends on how many subject lines and templates you have going. If you've only got 2 or 3, well, then it doesn't really matter. You've only got 2 or 3. But if you've got as many as I do, because I've been at it for a while, you know, then that's a totally different story. It depends on what your volume is and how many test attempts you have and cross-testing you've done. Well, that's the other thing. Sometimes when I'm creating a subject line, if I don't feel like scrolling all the way to the bottom, I'll make sure that the subject line I'm creating is alphabetically highest. So that way when I go in, it's the first one right there, and I can just pick it. But that's a little bit overthinking it, if you ask me. Now there's two different ways you can set up your email to go out. This little guy over here is your auto send or your set up for multiple mailings. This one down here is your copy and paste, because not every safe list that is listed or that you add to Viral Mail Profits to keep track of will have the automation feature hooked up to it. There's only a few safe lists that you can set up to auto paste and then auto send, and you have to be an upgraded member at both Viral Mail Profits and those particular safe lists. However, what you can do is you can set up automatic. Just this one is just with Viral Mail Profits. So I can set up the send interval of how many hours between the sendings that I can set up, how many times I want this particular email to be sent. So let's say I want to run a campaign 3 times, because that's how I've projected my particular week, and I'm going to give it 3 mailings and see how this particular ad campaign goes. So I can set that to 3. And if I tick this little box over here, right here, then I can set that up to send automatically. I don't have to worry about it. I can choose how many recipients I want this to go out to, and then how long I want this particular timer to be, because it's for Viral Mail Profits. It's not for anything else. This one is just for Viral Mail Profits. And schedule mail. Boom, done. Easy peasy. Now I'm waiting for the PowerPoint. It's time to sip some coffee then. All right, now we're coming back here. Why are we coming back here? Because I want to show you what this feature looks like. So I've created this email, and now I want to send it out and copy and paste it so that it can be done, and then Viral Mail Profits can keep track of it and tell me when my next time to mail it is at. So you've got your login reminders here with your username, your password, and this little button right here is your login, the hot link, so that you can go in. And you're just going to copy and paste this, and then this is your link. And then you can change how many people this got sent to. If it changes all the time because you got new people coming in, that's fine. But you want to put in an accurate number of how many people you sent this mail out to, so that you can get an accurate portrayal of your statistics and how effective that particular ad is. And it's copy and paste. Once you're done copy and paste it, you hit the button at the bottom, boom, you're done. It'll take you back to the send out box. So if you have any other additional emails that you need to send out, it's as simple as going down the list, copying, pasting, and you're done. That's how easy and simple Viral Mail Profits is to use. So that's the functionality of setting it up and going through the steps to use it. But what's with the history page? How do we look at the history? Is that per mailer? Wait, I'm in there right now, and each time I start setting up a new email for a new mail, the category is any. Yes, any. It gives you the ability to choose from any of the categories you've set up, and if you haven't set up any categories, then the default is any. Is that what you were asking there, dear? I think it's that kind of behavior you might want it to remember the last one and someone else. Yeah. There's a lot of individual thinking that needs to go into this. You need to figure out kind of how you want to set up your own system. If you're really just focusing on one main income opportunity, then you're not really going to have categories that have different products or resources in it, but you could have different categories such as like a soft sell or a hard sell or informational or something like that. But it's really how you organize it. It's up to you. All right, so let me get to the history page. If it defaults to a particular one. I don't like to set up defaults because I get in a rush and I think that things are one way and I don't always double check, and I've had a couple emails I've sent out and I'm like, oh, no, no, that's wasted. And I know it's wasted and it makes me angry. And I could tell you, I don't think I've ever had one of those unexpected surprises where it turned out great because it was a mistake. It was more like it was a mistake. Everybody knew it was a mistake, and I didn't get anything other than spent credits from the deal. I'm a bit confused. In order to send an email, I have to copy them. If you want to send an email through one of the other safe lists, you have to copy and paste. If you want to send out an email through ViralMailProfits, this is what it's going to look like. You don't have to copy and paste anything because the ViralMailProfits mailer is internal to the system. So you're not going to be presented with the copy and paste step of it. So you have you have the send interval, how many times you want it to send, whether or not you want to send it automatically, and how long and how many recipients. That's what it looks like if you're sending it out through the ViralMailProfits system. If you're using an outside mailer such as Elite Safe List or List Ablaze or any of the other ones that are listed in your safe list area, then you're going to have to open up that particular safe list. And when you're opening up that safe list, that's when you come over and you click in this login button because it's the hot link to that particular safe list. So then you just copy and paste the email that's there and then send it out. And then I've sent my email, click, and it'll take you back to your send box. Yeah, like an ad for the site you're sending to. Oh, I love those. Join this. You're sending on this. All right, so history. History is where you see what's going on with your ads that you've sent out. So what if I select to send to 3 different safe lists? Well, then what it'll do when you go to your outbox page, if you notice, there's 3 different things here, and I can set them up so, I can send this here that way, I can send this one this way, and I can send this one out this way. So if you've selected 4 safe lists, then you're going to be confronted with those 4 safe lists over here, and then your subject lines, the emails that you used, your spam score, and then this is how you can send them out manually, or if you want to send them out to go at a particular time, or if you want to throw them away because they're a mistake. This is your control panel for sending out the emails that you've created, no matter how many safe lists you've selected to send out to. Is that a little clearer for you, Melody? It can seem confusing. It's really not confusing when you just follow the steps and read the directions. Like it's just like anything else. So you've got the 2 list over here. So this email is to ViralMailProfits. It's this subject line with this email, and it's got 00 for a spam score, so I don't have to worry about it being filtered. And with ViralMailProfits, I just send it now, and I send it automatically because it's the best response I get with it. However, with Add Solution Line, I have to go in and use the copy and paste because they're not synced up. They don't have the special privileges because not every safe list has owners that want to do that. So I would copy for the safe lists. Yes. When you click on that little button, this little button, grrr, when I click over here on this little guy, it's going to take me to this screen. And then I'm just going to click my login over here, and I'm going to copy and paste this. And then I'm going to copy and paste the rest after I've logged in and I've gotten to the point where it's time for me to insert my email into those safe lists. Oh, you have to read the directions. Yeah, you know what? I found that, when you read the directions and you follow them and you reread them when you get a little confused, it's much easier than trying to flail around and find your way in the dark. But in this case, let me get back to history. So how do I use the history tab? What is it? What can I do with it? I'm not going to be able to show you because this is just a screenshot, but the way that I have this particular set up is it's all the emails I've ever sent out to all the safe lists that I used over all the time that I've used ViralMailProfits. Because right now I want to see what my most responsive traffic is. So I can go over here to the click-through rate and sort it. And I can see, okay, well, these particular ones, I've got 38, 35, 31, 23, 22. So I know that these particular emails are getting me very good results. Now, let's say I want to find out only about one particular email or the email that used that email name. If I click on this little guy over here, it'll filter my results and only provide me with the email names that match the one that I've ticked. If I want to look at a specific subject line and see how well it's doing, I can tick that and it'll filter it out and show me those particular emails. If I want to look at what I've done over the last week, I can put the last week. If I want to look over the last month. If I want to look and see individually which safe lists are most effective, or I want to see how the membership of a certain safe list reacted to an email that I sent out because maybe it was more tailored to that specific audience. I can choose from here which safe list I wanted to display. There's all sorts of filters so that you can sort this information and find out which subject lines, which email bodies, which mailers are really the most effective, which are giving you the best results. That's actually the last page that I have in this slide presentation. But as you can see, it's more a matter of organizing yourself and finding out how to tweak your advertising. Now with the history page, you can run, let's say I want to change the wording of a particular subject line because I think it should be converting a lot better than it is. But I need to test it to see what's going on. So maybe I add one or two words into a subject line I already had just to see what the difference is. Now I send out those particular emails and then I can come to my history page and I can go ahead and tick the particular one that I want, and I can say for the last week, and I can look over and it'll show me every single safe list that I've sent that particular email to. It'll tell me when I sent it out, how many I sent it out to, how many clicks I got from the people that I sent it out to, and what my click-through rating is. Now there's also an actions column too. If you use the extended tracking with the underscore, VVP underscore, then the actions column will actually have information for you to look at. And there are, if you look at the numbers, you'll see some of them are underlined. The ones that are underlined you can click on, they're hyperlinks, and they give you additional data information, and you can get that same thing from the actions too. Am I supposed to be seeing the blue VMP screen now? No. You're supposed to be seeing the history. Do you see it now, Melody? Okay. But pretty much it's set up that once you go through and you set it up, it's all very easy to use, and it gives you a clear view of what's going on. Like, remember when I said let's say you're trying to winnow out the safe lists that maybe aren't they don't really have active membership, because I did the same thing myself. I had a lot more safe lists, and when I started using ViralMailProfits and I started seeing the efficiency and the effectiveness of its membership in contrast to what I was spending over there or what I was sending out over there, I got some interesting results. But if you have a little known safe list and you want to give it a try, you send out regular amount of emails, you keep track of it, give it 30 days. Now you come to the main screen of ViralMailProfits where it shows you your mailers. And right here is your click-through rating. Now this click-through rating is reflexive of that mailer. Now again, you can't sort this one, but again, you can get a good idea of where your effective advertising is by going through and seeing what the click-through rating is. It's not just to show you, okay, well, yeah, I can mail now, but it also shows me how many clicks I've gotten from that particular mailer, how many recipients I've sent out mails to, and how many hours. It gives me all the information that I need to figure out what I need to do in terms of sending out my safe list emails. So that's the main purpose of ViralMailProfits, to make it easy for you to see at a glance what's available for you to use in terms of your safe list advertising. ViralMailProfits is actually listed in your back office of Affiliate Funnel a Friend. It's also listed in Traffic Splash, Fast Easy Traffic, Vital Viral Pro. Yeah, you can find ViralMailProfits at a whole bunch of places that are Kinder Rash marketing. That's the beauty of downline builders. Any questions, guys? While you've got me here, and I've got a few little screenshots to show you. It's not as daunting a task as it may seem when you first get started. I know that manually managing the safe list that I was using before was a lot more complicated than using ViralMailProfits. One of the biggest things that I found when I originally was using safe lists without ViralMailProfits, before ViralMailProfits was thought up and conceived and brought into being, I had a folder in my bookmarks tab that was safe lists, and I knew basically I got to mail every 3 days, and there were some that it was 7 days. So instead of having this handy little window to look at, I would open up every single safe list I had all at once so that they're there, and then I would work my way through them until they were all closed and all gone, and then I knew my safe lists were done. And then I'd have to go into Vital Viral Pro and check my tracking to see what was going on there. So there was a lot of extra work going on there, like I was opening up safe lists that I wasn't able to mail at yet, or I was wasting my time with safe lists that my emails weren't getting read. So let's see. The first step is click mail now. Yes. The days column, is that how often you can mail to that safe list? Yes. That's when you go into this particular, when you're adding a user-defined or one of the predetermined or predefined safe lists, you enter in the information over there right here and how many days or how many hours it is till you can send up your mailings. I used a spreadsheet where I entered the date and last. Yeah, And that's what a lot of people do. This just kind of takes out the extra effort of setting up the spreadsheet. If you're really organized and you know how to organize yourself, then it's really not that hard to grasp because you can see how it organizes everything and then you can add your own little flavor to it. But if you're a disorganized type personality, or you're just getting into this and you really don't have any idea of what's going on, this puts it all in one place for you. So instead of you having to go in and check every single save list you belong to or create your own spreadsheet, now I could just go and log in and see, oh, okay, well, it's time to mail. Let's go mail. How many safe lists should you use or recommend? Wow. You know what? When I need more advertising, I just join a new safe list. Like, I get to a point where I'm not happy with what I've got, and believe me, I got a lot of traffic, but I'm greedy. I want more. I always want more. So when I get to the point where I'm like, oh, I need, you know what? I'm not done. I've got more. I need more. I find new safe lists and I join them and I activate them, and then I fill in all the information that I can in their downline builder section, and then I use all the advertising spots that they give me, like banners, text ads, login ads, anything that's like bonus advertising for me. Yeah, I'm going to use that up right away, but then I'm going to send out an email. So you should really build. You should be adding every day, because the funny thing is that sites that used to be very, very responsive may not be very responsive anymore. New safe lists are coming out all the time. New traffic exchanges are coming out all the time. And the only way to really gauge their effectiveness is to join and test the traffic out for yourself. But I don't really think that there's any firm number I would say that you must have, but I think anything less than 10 in safe list, you're just playing. Yeah, I mean, like, it depends. Like, I want more. I'm greedy. Yes. So, and ViralMailProfits just makes it that much easier for me to add more resources to my advertising arsenal. You can set your schedule up so that, maybe you're only mailing to 5 or 6 mailers every day, but you're mailing every day, and in the end, you mail out to 250 different mailers every week, but you're still only mailing out to 5 or 6, 7 a day. And that's like 15 minutes of work right there, literally 15 minutes of work. So there's no upwards number. It's whatever you can manage. However, less than 10, maybe you should get in there, get your pants on. Let us see what you're all about. Let us know you're serious. Because really, if I only see you in 5 places, well then I'm kind of wondering why you're limiting yourself. Yeah. If you're just getting started out, the good rule of thumb that I use is 1 or 2 programs a day. 1 or 2 programs a day when you're just getting started out. So if you join a traffic exchange and you join a safe list, the first couple of days you should really be sitting there learning about this particular resource and learning about how to use it effectively, and how what advertising is available to you. So instead of just joining 20 different things and not activating the account and not surfing and not using the advertising that's available to you, 2 a day is really what I used when I got serious and got into setting everything up so I didn't have to come back to it later. If you're really serious, you want to do yourself the favor of, when you join something, go through, read, familiarize yourself with the back office, know what features are there. If there's a little bio about the owners, read it. Why? Because then you get to know the owners a little bit. And really, if they didn't want you to know that, they wouldn't put it there for you to read. Everything that is in a website is put there for your benefit. Believe me, as a website designer, I'm not going to put in something that is useless to you. Okay, there's a reason for everything that's in there. So you do yourself a great favor if you just sit down and you go through it. You set up your banners, you set up your text ads, even if it's just something that's branding your name. Like I'm going to say Doug Nelson loves. Okay, well, what does Doug Nelson love? Well, it doesn't matter. You know why? Because Doug Nelson's name's on there. So as long as I'm using my text credits and I'm getting advertising done and I'm branding and people are seeing my name, it's working for me. As long as I've got banners up and I've got those banner impressions assigned and they're getting traffic, I'm using the resource. If I've got hit credits assigned and I'm getting my splash pages and squeeze pages traffic, I'm using the resources as they're meant to be used, not just joining them and adding an affiliate ID and moving on. It doesn't work that way. You have to use the sources, the resources that you're signing up for. All right. That's the big determiner to me. Using ViralMailProfits lets you do a lot more than you could do without it. That's just the simple truth. I find that I want to add more safe lists because it's so much easier for me to see what's available to me. And a lot of times, like I said, I'll get frustrated. Like I'll send out emails and I'll be like, I feel like I need more. What's going on? And then I'll go through the back office of some of my safe lists to see what they're promoting and see what they're networking, because I want to give somebody a free viral referral and show them that their downline builder system works. And if they're affiliated, well, they've gotten my attention. Might as well give them a test drive. So I clicked Mail Now, picked a category, and now I'm at the outbox. Do I add new mail each time? Let me scooch over here. All right, now here's the other thing. Remember I said you could create same email for multiple safe lists. If you're doing something like, there's a couple different ways you can cross-test. You can run an ad campaign for a specified amount of time and see those results, and then run a different ad campaign for a specified amount of time and check those results to the previous campaign. Or you can split test and run two different campaigns at the same time to see which one performs better. That is your choice. I prefer focusing on one, seeing how it does, tweaking that, and then focusing on the tweak, seeing how that does. I like to kind of keep everything going because I got a lot of stuff going on and I don't really want to have to keep track of too many different things. But if I'm doing cross-testing like that, where I'm sending out two different emails during the same period, then you need to determine which safe list you're going to be using for email A, and you can use add new and then choose which safe list you want and create the email, and it'll put those up there. And then if you create your second email, choose a safe list you would like those to go to and create the email. However, I'm a lazy bastard. I just like to highlight them all and say, yeah, this is the email I want you to make. And then about 10 seconds later, I get sent to the outbox, and all of my mailers are sitting right there, and all I have to do is copy and paste them or send them out. So you can choose to make your emails individually, or you can make them by group, however you like. All you have to do is there we go. No, I lied. When you get to this particular screen, let's say we're doing cross testing. So I have email A for traffic splash, and I have email B for traffic splash, and I want to take the first 25 safe lists that I have because I'm doing non-discriminate testing. I'm not really putting a lot of time into where these emails are going. I just want to see whether A or B is better. So we're just going to split my resources straight down the middle, and I'm going to say I'm going to go over here. Whee. Oops, sorry, I was moving the control panel. I'm going to go in here, and if I hit control, I can click, 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 click down the list until I get as many as I want, and then I go, if I have categories set up, I can choose which category to make my life easier. I'm going to go to my traffic splash category, and then I can have a subject line that I want for that one, email, how I want to cloak it, and whether or not I want to show the viral bar, and then create the email. Then it's going to send me the outbox. So rather than forget which ones I haven't done yet, I'm just going to go click create a new email, highlight all the ones that I didn't choose. Again, set up the same thing, but I'm going to choose the different subject line and the different email, and I'm going to create that email. And it's going to send me to my outbox. Now all the emails that I've created are going to be here, and then I can differentiate which one by the list of who it's to, the subject line, and the email, and I can see exactly what everything is. But I would rather just highlight them all and create one email and send them all out, and then next week write a new email and highlight them all and send them all out. Let's see. Troy, did I go back over what you wanted me to explain and emphasize so I don't get too far ahead of you? Don't you need to go through and determine which ones are HTML and which are text only? Well, that's something else that I kind of worked out for myself. Interestingly enough, if you just use text and then use the HTML editors in the different safe lists, I find that I get more consistent results with the auto paste feature. One of the things that I noticed with Elite Safe List, for example, when I create a text email and it auto pastes into the Elite Safe List HTML editor function, and it looks terrible, and the spacing is off, and there's no paragraphs, and it's just a jumble of words, and it's terrible, terrible. So then I end up going back to my ViralMailProfits page and copying and pasting that beautiful, attractive script that I just created, and then I copy and paste it, and then I do the other HTML stuff in there. If you are HTML savvy and you like to go through and check your work to make sure it looks exactly right on all of the safe lists, you can use HTML. However, I found that in order to save a little bit of time and frustration, if I keep everything in text and then just change those particular things at the HTML editor for the safe list that I'm using, I find that my visual results are more consistent, and I'm not as frustrated because I don't have to go back and copy something and paste it even though it's there, but it's not laid out correctly. It automatically creates the one you sent last, Doug. Just clear. Yeah, you can set that up too. With the automatic ViralMailProfits mailer, just with the internal mailer, anytime you set up a new email and it's created through the ViralMailProfits to send out through it, you're going to find a duplicate of it, and it'll look just like it looks right now. However, if you don't want to send it, you don't want to do anything with it, all you have to do is delete it. That's it. Or you can push the delete unsent button and it'll delete your unsents. So it's a matter of how you want to deal with it. Some mailers on auto paste go out in one paragraph. Yeah, that's exactly right. One paragraph, no line breaks, da 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 da. The only way that I didn't really delve into the issue. It was more of a, okay, fine, I'll just copy and paste, since copy and paste seems to work perfectly fine. And I use the Control V and Control C, so those are the shortcuts. When it comes to HTML, though, I find that the best way to do it is just to write my emails out in text, and then if I want to embellish it in any HTML, I do it in the particular editor. If you send that auto-pasted mail, you will see when your mail comes back saying, yeah, what? No. I've sent it out once and it came, when I read my own email in my box, it looked terrible. It was one paragraph. I wanted to smack myself for it. Anywho, I mean, unless it's changed recently, but I haven't gone through that frustrating cycle. I stick with what works. I keep everything in text, and then if I want to do like colors in HTML, I do that in that particular mailer, because there's a lot of mailers that I'm not upgraded in, and not every safe list allows you to use HTML if you're not an upgraded member. So yeah, you can go through the trouble of making an HTML ad and a text ad, but you have to clearly mark them, and then you have to remember, okay, well, can I use HTML here, or did I not tick that box, or maybe I'm upgraded now and I couldn't before but I can now. But that sounds like a freaking headache to me. Why can't I just copy and paste text and make it look pretty as I like it? You know, that's really the simple solution that I've found. Yes, you can stick to text only in Elite Safe List too. You have to go into your back office there and click text, but that's just like anything else. You have to be familiar with the resource that you're using to see what's available to you to make your life easier. Any other questions, confusions, things that are still not clear? What in the heck is that for? Anything like that? Because like I said, I'm trying to keep this really in the technical aspect of it. We can go on for hours and hours about safe lists and effectiveness and good marketing tactics, but we're just talking about technicalities here. And the editors that don't show a size option usually have the HTML available. I click on the HTML source and add a big tag. Do take the time to learn. Yeah. In the long run, it really, really does save you time. I mean, like the little incidental things that we're talking about, those are like 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds of your time. Those aren't hours and hours and hours. But when you mail to over 50 safe lists and you don't keep a spreadsheet and you have to go in and log in to make sure that, you know, is it my time to mail or is it not, or is this one, or what's going on here? You know, unless you break up your bookmarks into, I can mail these ones 3 times or every 3 days, and these ones every 7 days, and these ones every 48 hours or whatever. Unless you segment and organize yourself already like that, it's going to be a hassle for you. So if I use Viral Pro, do I need to use the link shortener? I suggest you do. When your email is displayed, it'll be, when the link is displayed, it'll be bit, yada, 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 some numbers and letters. But the link is still the same link that you put in here. Stop. You're a poopy. All right. The link, even if you're using Viral Pro, that's where you're going to put the link. And then the link shortener just cloaks that link so that it can track for that particular email. So it can give you the results for when you create your new email and you go to your send out box, every single one of those links that are in there are specific to that email for that safe list, so that you can get the detailed history and see what's going on with your traffic. If you're not using the link shortener, you're not going. I don't know if you will get the same results. I don't know. Troy, you're the mastermind behind that. I've never tried it because I guess I'm a scaredy cat, and I like to use the things that are set up the way that is default, kind of. All right. So yes, if you want to see the history and really see what each specific email is doing at each specific safe list, just keep it default. Use the URL shortener. However, like don't feel that, oh well, I already have it linked and tracked over here. Why do I have to track it there? Well, when you track something with Vital Viral Pro, you have to look at the tracking in the Vital Viral Pro back office. If you're looking for a more in-depth look, if using the underscore VVP underscore, it'll also reflect in your Vital Viral Pro back office. It'll tell you Elite Safe List click or Elite Safe List sign up. It will give you the clearer details in Vital Viral Pro back office than it will in ViralMailProfits. But ViralMailProfits gives you the click-through rating. It gives you the effectiveness of the particular safe list. So it gives you a little bit more data that is not otherwise available to you in Vital Viral Pro. If I select to mail to 5 safe lists, the same email, will the 5 safe lists be listed on the outbox individually? Yes. Yes. When you go to your outbox, if you've set up 5 different emails, there will be 5 different emails listed on this page. Each one will have which safe list it's meant to go to and what's going on with it. So if you've got 2 safe lists you chose, you'll have 2 in your outbox. If you have 20 safe lists you chose, then you'll have 20 in your outbox. No problem. Any other questions, guys? It only seems like it's confusing because it's a lot of information, but it's really not confusing when you sit down and take a deep breath and go through it and set it up. Once you set it up, the headache's gone. Like adding a new safe list to this thing is a piece of cake. Upgrading in Vital Viral Pro, is that recommended or can I get away with the basic? There are 2 different upgraded features or accounts that you can get that are upgraded, but you don't have to pay for. It's a matter of trading credits hits with the viral ad bar system that's set up in Vital Viral Pro with the VV mix. But I think I don't even remember what the frustrations of being, oh, you can only have 10 links if you're free. You can have more if you're the silver, no, hold on, let me not put my foot in my mouth and say the wrong thing. I should just ask Troy, but I'm not going to. There's free, silver, gold, platinum, and premium. Now, with the silver and the gold, it costs 500 credits a month, and the gold is 1,000 credits a month. So, let's see, you get 5 URLs for silver, 3 for free, 5 for silver, and 10 for gold. 15 for platinum, which is $5.97. And unlimited for $9.97. And really, if you're thinking about building a business online, what is $10 a month for an unlimited amount of URLs? You'll find that 3, 5, and 10 URLs cause you to go like this because you invariably end up with more URLs than that. I would recommend. And really, in the scheme of things, if you're looking at building a residual income, then you want to use something that you can maintain and find a good use for and keep in your schedule. And tracking is one of those things that is essential to building a business online and being successful with it. So that would be one of my first investments, the tracker. Let's see, don't forget to add your Vital Viral Pro username in the profile. Yes. With ViralMailProfits, if you go into the downline builder section, you'll see a spot where you can update your Vital Viral Pro affiliate URL or ID. And if you're not a member, you can join there too. But if you want to do the advanced tracking, they have to be able to connect your Vital Viral Pro account with that particular URL. It's a script thing. Once I was going to cancel a program in my PayPal account, and I actually, ooh, yeah, don't do that. That's painful. Any other questions or comments, guys? And Troy, if you've got anything you would like to add in here, I would be more than willing to give you the mic. Can we go over the, yeah, okay, let's say I'm going to use Traffic Splash again. Now I go into my Vital Viral Pro back office and I choose the URL that is the splash page or the landing page that I want to use for this particular email. And I grab the cloaked URL. Now I copy and paste it over into here. Yeah. Marcino like you. I copy and paste the URL into here, right? Now after I've done copied and pasted, I'm going to add the backslash underscore capital V P underscore. That's all you have to do to the end of your URL to get that additional tracking. It's no big additional code. It's just your regular tracked URL with a backslash and then the underscore VVP underscore. Yeah. Right here. Hold on. Right here, Melody, is what it looks like. Let me get that out of the way. You see it? Right here. That's how the VVP looks. So it's not a matter of anything other than adding that abbreviation to the back end, and it'll take care of the in-depth tracking, the additional tracking. Any other questions, guys? If I need help, where do I go? Sorry, I was busy. Well, it depends on what kind of help you need, I guess. You get no help, actually, on yeah. There's, when you first log into ViralMailProfits, they actually have a setup system, step-by-step setup system for you to read and go through. And there is a small downloadable user guide too that is available right on the main page as you log in, that you can use for additional help in finding frequently asked questions. Plus there's the contact support and, you know, the regular happy splashers. They're your support people over here too. There is no help. sorry. I was having a little too much fun with that. Let's see. No. ViralMailProfits is taking a little while to respond to me right now. It's being belligerent. Where are the replays from any page? The help in the top right corner. Yeah, I'm trying to get in there, but it's not working. It's being extremely slow right now, which is absolutely hysterical. Apparently. Is anybody else having that problem? With it not loading right now?
Oops.
There we go. Let's see. Yeah, there's a big help button right in the upper right-hand corner. You can get help with the ViralMailProfits user guide, submit frequently asked questions, any of the help you need. And that's it. It's not rocket science. It's not brain surgery either, you know, luckily for me. I can do it, yay! But But any other questions, guys? Comments, concerns? Oh, and you know, you can always give away that book too. Let people know what they're in for. Oh yeah, I use ViralMailProfits. What's that? Oh, here, read it. The only problem with that is I don't know if the hot links for ViralMailProfits are actually generic or if they are unique to your user ID. I was going to say, if nobody else has any other questions or comments, I'm going to turn this over to Brian because I know we all like prizes and I want to see some people smile. So if you have any other comments or concerns, just get them in now and I'll address them after Brian gives out the prizes. But for now, that's the technical use of ViralMailProfits. It's not that difficult to set up. It's a little bit time consuming in the very beginning. It's just like anything else. You have to become familiar with it to use it. So once you go through and you set up your safe list and you set up all those time-saving features, which seemed like forever in the beginning, you know, you never have to do them again, and all you have to do is focus on creating your emails and seeing what your advertising is doing instead of focusing on everything else plus that. Good, I'm glad it helped, Doug. Let me turn this over to my lovely assistant, Brian, and he'll